My name is Francesco Sobara. I am the Member of Parliament for Vaughan Woodbridge with the Liberal Party of Canada. Why did I run for political office? I have always wanted to be a Member of Parliament since I was 15 years old and in participating in my first election in 1988. It was the free trade election. That is when I learned that policy matters. Policy choices undertaken by governments matters. It impacts the lives of everyday citizens, not only today, but for years and decades to come. So on that policy side, I'm a little bit of a policy wonk, policy geek, if you can say that term. And I always wanted to be involved and contribute to the legislative process that takes place here in Ottawa, and also, of course, represent my wonderful constituents back home in the riding of Vaughan Woodbridge. My proudest accomplishment during my time as a Member of Parliament is always representing my constituents to the best of my ability. Always helping them out when they need assistance. When constituents come to you, when your citizens come to you asking for help, they need help. And helping them fix their pensions or make sure they're getting their Canada Child benefit, make sure they know the programs that they can access to get help for them and their families, that to me is the most important duty or job that the Member of Parliament can do. Of course, being in Ottawa and working on budgets, being in Ottawa, working on committees, being the chairs of the Canada-Europe Parliamentary Association, traveling with the Prime Minister to the G7 in Italy, meeting dignitaries, contributing on legislation and policy process, that's obviously something I enjoy very much. But at the end of the day, what you do for your constituents, what you do for your residents is the most important thing you can do as a Member of Parliament. What motivates me to go to work every day? I love what I do. I'm very passionate about what I do. I enjoy being a Member of Parliament. I enjoy all the aspects of it. You know, I like to say being a Member of Parliament, you wear a ton of different hats. Being a Member of Parliament, you get to meet with so many different stakeholders. This morning, met with the Life Insurance Association of Canada, all its stakeholder groups. Then I had a meeting with the Canada Propane Association. Now I'm here with CIVIX. This afternoon, I'll have lunch with the Spanish ambassador to Canada. I'll be with him. Then I'll go off to committee. So during the day, you can do a multitude of different things. Very interesting. You know, you're not just on a little niche. You can really be your own entrepreneur, and you can make this job what you want it to be. The one thing that you learn after becoming an elected MP and when you go into public service is the commitment that you need to make sure that you undertake. This job in today's world is a 24-hour, 7-day week, 365-day-a-year job. It will take its toll mentally, it will take its toll physically. You need to take care of yourself. That is something that you realize after you are elected, that you are always on. You need to take care of yourself. You need to listen, you need to do great work, but you really need to take care of yourself because that will be your guiding light. You need to stay focused. In order to stay focused, you need to be mentally and physically healthy. That is that question there about working with MPs across party lines to achieve a goal is very, very important because I think it's telling of members of Parliament who do work with opposition MPs or with other MPs from other parties. You know, the classic example I can give is I chaired the all-party credit union caucus for a number of years. We had measures to implement in a budget that the Credit Union Association was advocating for. I worked as the chair, with other MPs on that caucus to achieve those goals. We advocated, we worked, we wrote, we spoke to the department officials. We wanted to make sure the points were coming across for that association. So for me, that is a great example of how you can come to Ottawa, work with the opposition MPs, achieve goals or targets that you want, and at the end of the day, that benefit the association, but more importantly, benefit Canadians. The biggest challenges to democracy today, of course, is foreign interference. That's the first thing I would flag. The second challenge to democracy today is inertia, people not voting. and the general decline in the number of people that have voted. And you're seeing this across all Western countries. So a democracy only thrives when people vote and people feel that their say matters. And it's so important. So I encourage everyone to vote. All the youth out there, get out and vote, right? That's, your ideas, your policies, your goals, your targets, what you want can only happen when you vote. On the foreign interference front, we live in a new world. We live in a world where communication is instantaneously. We live in a world where not every country not every government shares the values of democracy and human rights. And for us to be that champion, we need to make sure that our democracy is guarded and make sure Canadians have confidence in our democracy. What gives me hope for the next generation? Well, first off, my kids will be one of those generations. And I truly believe that all members of Parliament here today that have the privilege and honor of serving their residents are here to make sure that future generations inherit a planet, inherit a country, inherit a community better than when we started. And I think fundamentally that is true. I think fundamentally we are on the right track as Canada. We Canadians are blessed to live in this country. We have work to do. It's work in progress. But fundamentally, I truly believe in my heart that Canada is a blessed place that will continue doing the good work that Canadians elected us to do and move this country forward in a progressive fashion, not political fashion, but a progressive fashion that all Canadians, that all youth can fulfill their potentials. The advice I would share with myself going back a couple decades to 16, because it is a couple decades, is very simple. Stay focused. Know what you want, aim for it, work hard, be your biggest champion, ignore the naysayers, hold your head up, always move forward in the sense that, you know what, this is what you enjoy doing, just do it and move forward and be positive.